In today's news, USVI Governor BRYAN says taxes stem from decision to rise a charter fee. Alliance dismisses notion that other members were not invited. Education Ministry took 9 trips in 2024. Public Service Learning Institute seeks opportunities. Finalists set for BDO Primary School League Championship matches. Premier BURT secures a 3rd consecutive election victory. We have the details of this on the local, regional, as well as international scene. We'll be right back after a quick commercial break. Some claim that the age of a true gentleman is far behind us, but we disagree. He may appear in different guises today, but the values and ideals that make him a gent still stand. The Art of a Distinguished Gentleman by yours truly, Ron Grant, presents Season 7. Introducing Travi Rose, Creative Director. Alex Lake, Businessman. Sean Black, Cinematographer. Dakari Wheatley Adams, Content Creator. Donandre Millwood, Educator and Musician. Hashim Dream, Entertainer. James Todman Sr., Contractor. Dr. Albert Tompkins, Psychotherapist. Walter Barrett, Author. Rakim Todman, Producer and Engineer. Kamal Letson, Photographer. Roosevelt Smith III, Sales Manager and Hospitality Professional. Leland Abraham, IT Technician and Cybersecurity Analyst. The Art of a Distinguished Gentleman, Season 7, every Wednesday at 8 p.m., exclusively on 284 Media. Get ready to reason, reflect, and redefine yourself through the stories of real-life heroes. The Art of a Distinguished Gentleman, Season 7, Raising a Generation of Greatness. Voted Top 35 Gentleman Podcast Worldwide by FeedSpot and BI Icon Award winner. Hello everyone and welcome to this edition of 284 News. It is Thursday, February 20th, 2025. I'm Ron Grant bringing you the very latest out of Tortola in the Virgin Islands. A happy Thursday's wish to everyone. Thank you so much for joining us. The United States Virgin Islands is considering imposing a 25% tariff on goods imported from the British Virgin Islands along with entry and exit fees for non-Virgin Islanders in response to a drastic fee increase proposed by the BVI government on USVI-based yacht charters. USVI Governor Albert BRYAN Jr. requested an emergency meeting with the Virgin Islands legislature on Wednesday, February 19th, to address the urgent economic and policy concerns surrounding cross-border trade and travel between the neighboring territories. According to Governor BRYAN, the move comes as a direct response to the BVI's proposed increase in charter fees that would overnight see fees for USVI yachts jump from a 5,900% from $400 to $24,000, and a day sail fee soar by 6,150% from $200 to $12,500. Now, the changes set to take effect as early as June 1st have sparked significant outrage among U.S. Virgin Islands charter operators and residents, with industry experts warning that the fee hikes could cripple small businesses and drive customers away. In his letter to the legislator, President Milton Potter, Governor BRYAN emphasized the need for swift action to protect the local economy and ensure fair trade practices. He said, and I quote, "These measures are intended to address ongoing concerns about economic leakage, regulatory inconsistencies, and the competitive disadvantage currently faced by the Virgin Islands businesses and industries." The governor also stressed that his administration proposed tariffs would generate additional revenue for critical infrastructure and public service within the Virgin Islands. The proposed tariff adjustments and travel fees could significantly impact the flow of goods and visitors between the USVI and BVI, which have long had strong economic and cultural ties. However, BRYAN urges that regulatory measures are necessary to ensure economic fairness and prevent USVI businesses from suffering due to the BVI's aggressive policy shift. In a recent interview on JTV's Big Story with Ms. Kathy Richards, opposition members who recently formed an alliance addressed a number of matters being shared in the public since their announcement. The members, Honorable Myron V. Wallen, representative for the 6th Electoral District, the Honorable Melvin Mitch Turnbull, 2nd District Representative and at-large member, and Deputy Speaker, the Honorable Stacey Mathar, defended their position and spoke on the way forward. Honorable Wallen reiterated what the alliance represents.
The alliance is a group of legislators on the opposition benches, on the opposition bench, that is concerned about the direction of the country. We are not pleased, and you have seen that in our recent questioning of the Premier and other government ministers on the direction of the country. We believe that life could be better for the people of the territory. The reality is, of course, we can't exercise our franchise until 2027 when we go back to the polls. So in the intervening period, we have to be as effective an opposition as we can be. And that really is the basis for the formation of the alliance. We are also not pleased with the performance of the opposition itself. So it's not just that we're concerned about the government and its performance. We are concerned that the opposition is not as effective as it could be. One of the primary reasons for that is obviously you have three political factions on the opposition. You have the PVIM, you have the NDP, and you have an independent candidate.
Additionally, Walwyn spoke on the shared core values that unite the alliance.
We met, we discussed how we would like to see the country move forward. What is our vision for the country? And you would have heard us articulate during our press conference some core values that we have agreed on. Because one of the things you don't want to do is just have a group of people together for political purposes. You must have an understanding of what your vision is. There must be a shared vision and a shared pathway in order for it to work. And so we decided to form an alliance together. Of course, at the root of it, you'll also hear us advocating very strongly. Our voices have been the strongest voices on the two main political factions coming together. But it just can't come together for the sake of winning an election, because if you do that, it is going to be short-lived and the people will not be properly served. It has to start where we are. We are in the opposition now, and if we can break down the barriers and work closer together, be a much more effective opposition, I think it does and serve the country a lot better than we're doing currently.
When questioned on whether or not discussions were had with other members, Honorable Turnbull outlined at length the time frame that discussions were being had.
It was indeed a discussion. It was a discussion that went on for almost 2 years on the PVIM side. And I know Honorable Walwyn was doing it on the NDP side. But there was no action. There was no movement whatsoever. So right now what you saw, and we started these discussions around September or October last year, just to see what the possibilities would be. And then we came around the table, we had a discussion, and we made a decision to move this conversation forward. So the chatter that you're hearing of late, that the leaders have been talking all along, is not a factual statement. They started to act since we decided to move. What I am questioning, Kathy, is if you have three members deciding to come together to do what the people have asked us to do, to show forth that the strength is in our unity, to prepare for the next general elections, that we are stronger indeed together.
Honorable Stacey Mathar, Deputy Speaker, questioned if the aim is to serve the people in the best possible way, why would the other opposition members seek to criticize or tarnish such efforts by the alliance?
Both gentlemen to my right, my honorable colleagues, have been involved in the PVIM and NDP back and forth for now coming into 8 years. I am just shy of 2 years being involved in this. But before the elections of 2023, there were conversations going on. I was not involved in those conversations, but PVIM members were having conversations. As Honorable Turnbull said, over the course of, I think, probably about 3 months after the election in 2023, I started to have conversations with Honorable Penn, Honorable Turnbull, Honorable Skelton, to discuss how this could happen. And nothing came from it. And a leader has to also know when to follow. So we follow the people of the Virgin Islands, and when the people say to us, this is what they want, they see that, this is not working. It's splintered. If you look at just yesterday, Bermuda had elections, and they have a splintered opposition, and they were not able to remove the government that was sitting again. And if you're leading a country and you're leading political parties, you have to be able to move forward. So for almost 2 years, inaction. And we did have a blessing. The blessing was go forward. It was laid on the table, go forward, have the discussion, see what happens. And we did that.
Up next, viewers, we have much more on the local scene, as well as regional. We'll be right back after a quick commercial break.
Yo, everything good there?
Bye. This thing got me one way that day.
What do you mean?
Ever since I hook up with this thing, can't eat, I can't sleep. This is the first thing I touch it when I reach home.
What do you really? Hey, this ain't like you,
Dad, this thing got me staying home. keeping out of trouble me.
Ah, what your name is?
She? I talking about my CCT life.
Don't worry about missing your favorite series, sports, news, and local programming. Come to CCT today and sign up for CCT Live to access over 80 channels. CCT Live. Bring it home.
1 month free trial turn into 5. 5 months turn into, well, you know I hot. I watching ball. I've been watching football. Dog, Nickelodeon, Paw Patrol. I am hooked. Hooked, I tell you.
Just give me my service. Yeah. Just give me my service.
Just give me my service.
Make the switch to CCT and get connected today. Unlimited talk, text, and data. Visit any CCT store or call us at 444-4444. CCT, Life Unlimited.
Angie, how can I get my claims paid quick? Rent's due next week.
CG processes 99% of claims within 5 days. Remember when I was hang gliding with those goats? I caught a gust of wind and flew right into a moving car. Every appendage was in the cast, and they paid fast and fairly. That's what I get for trusting a man with a mustache and an eye patch. Now I gotta go. I'm meeting the guy who bedazzled my toes.
99% of claims are processed within 5 days. CG Insurance. Good like that.
Welcome back, everyone, and thank you so much for sticking with us. During a recent sitting of the House of Assembly of the Virgin Islands, at-large representative, the Honorable Stacey Mathar questioned the Minister for Education, the Honorable Cherie B. DeCastro, on the cumulative number of trips taken by the Ministry of Education.
Madam Speaker, could the Minister for Education please provide this Honorable House with a summary regarding the total number of overseas trips undertaken by the Ministry in the last 2 years? Could the Minister also provide a breakdown of the travel costs for each trip, as well as the total time Ministry staff spent outside of the territory on official travel during that period, including associated expenses? Thank you.
In what she classified as a summary report, Honorable DeCastro vaguely addressed the specifics of the question, but revealed that a total of 9 trips were taken in 2024.
I rise to provide requested details on overseas travel undertaken by the Ministry of Education, Youth Affairs, and Sports over the past 2 years. As transparency and accountability remain key principles of our operations, the Ministry has been deliberate in ensuring that all official travel aligns with our strategic objectives to enhance education, youth development, and sports in the territory. Every trip undertaken is designed to bring back tangible benefits, strengthening our policies, programs, and institutional capacity. Importantly, the Ministry's travel includes ministerial or senior officials, heads of departments, education officers, principals and teachers, students, and youth representatives who engage in meaningful development opportunities abroad.
Honorable Mathar interjected on a point of order, requesting that the Speaker of the House of Assembly rule that Honorable DeCastro be specific with her responses.
Madam Speaker, I am providing a summary.
Without any additional.
Madam Speaker, a summary is an explanation. And I'm giving a summary, and while I'm explaining, the number of trips will be, the cumulative number of the trips will be associated as seen in the appendix to the question. So, Madam Speaker, I have no challenge in providing that information, but the summary is the first part of the question, and I'm getting to being able to provide that data. Madam Speaker, what I want to say, if you just oblige me, is that I know that travel is being questioned in a lot of ways, and I think it is in the public's interest to understand why the Ministry has sought to engage, which is a responsibility of the Ministry, due to affiliations with OECS Ministers of Education, UNESCO obligations, and so forth. And that is why I was seeking to not only explain the engagement, but to also give information to the public that is in its interest regarding the outcome of the trips and how the school system in the Virgin Islands would have been impacted.
Minister for Education, Youth Affairs, and Sports, the Honorable Cherie B. DeCastro, in finally answering the question, specifically said the amount spent includes all personnel in the ministry, the minister, senior officials, education officers, heads of departments, principals, teachers, students, and youth representatives as well.
Madam Speaker, I thank you for the opportunity to address, though not all of the question in my mind, some of it. And I'll begin by saying, Madam Speaker, that in 2024, all ministry officials, including ministers, senior officials, education officers, heads of departments, principals, teachers, students, and youth representatives would have in total engaged on 9 trips, Madam Speaker. And I have to say, Madam Speaker, that given the debate that we're currently here having, of course, it brings to mind the reality that those 9 trips, Madam Speaker, in 2024 was almost the entire value, Madam Speaker, of the cost of 1 trip for the House of Assembly in that same year.
In a recent interview, Director of the Public Service Learning Institute, Dr. Connie E. George, who is part of the Premier-led delegation to Asia, spoke on the purpose of her visit to Asia.
So we started a conversation, myself and Ms. Flax at the Asian office late last year, in terms of getting public officers interested in taking up opportunities to come to the Asia. And that mushroomed over time, where we were deciding exactly when I would come so that I could get first-hand experience and first-hand knowledge of this particular region.
Yes.
And so it mushroomed until we decided, okay, let's just join together. Since the Premier is coming, why don't you come along with that team? It would be a learning experience, and you'll be able to do colleges, universities, as well as other things. And so that's the reason why I'm with the team here in Asia, and it has been absolutely incredible with all the areas. It's what I would say a true learning experience.
The Virgin Islands Public Service Learning Institute is set to benefit all public officers, regardless of their position and grade. And Dr. George spoke on the benefits of studying in Asia and her interaction with the BVI students while there.
This region is incredible.
It really is.
I have only been here a few days. This is my first visit. And if I was a lot younger, I would say I would choose to come here to study now that
Honestly,
I'm exposed
absolutely.
to this area. So I love the infrastructure. It is amazing, not just amazing, but you see opportunities for so much to happen here, from the airport in. Mm-hmm. And I learned as I'm here, it's 0% crime.
I heard that too, but
yes.
I have yet to, I don't know if I believe it, but I heard that, yes.
I see how people have been relating. Now, we met with the students. We do have some students at the University of Macau. We have students at the University of Macau, the tourism section as well. Mm-hmm. We have some students in Taiwan.
Yes.
We are hoping to have some go to the University of Singapore. And so that's the gamut of my tour as well, because as I go to these places, I'm able to go back with first-hand information.
Correct.
Not to say, well, I learned that it is this way. I can say I was there, I saw it, the hospitality, how they embrace individuals coming from other areas.
The Institute, which stands as the instructional and governing body for the training and development of all new and existing public officers, has endeavored to ensure officers have the necessary skills and abilities needed to carry out their duties. Dr. George appealed to the public officers to consider learning opportunities in areas such as scholarships.
So I am challenging this. My quest and my pitch is for public officers who are seeking opportunities to grow, seeking opportunities to upskill, and they have free tuition, free housing, and a whole scholarship in most of these places that we're going to.
Correct.
And so I want to say, take up the opportunity. The courses are 1 year long, some 1.5. Just take up an opportunity to do something that I personally know that you will not regret, taking this chance to come across to the Asian area and do some studying.
Additionally, Dr. George also pledged to seek more opportunities for public servants while in Asia.
I'm looking for opportunities to network. I'm looking for opportunity for more scholarships. So along with what we already know that we have, I'm hoping to go back with other opportunities.
Excellent.
Because we have some real areas in government gaps that we call gaps that we need to fill, and we need to get our own people trained in these areas. And if we're going to get them trained free of cost to us, but we are getting all the knowledge that we need to come back and fill this position, I am looking forward to that. I'm going across to Singapore. In Singapore, we have the School of Public Policy there in the University of Singapore. We have some opportunities open to us. I'm looking for more opportunities, and it's going to be great. Not only that, in Singapore, I'm going to get in contact with the Civil Service College of Singapore. I already have an engagement there, and there we are going to be able to dialogue on how I can improve what we already have.
Up next, more local news, and we take a look at the general elections in Bermuda.
Hello, and welcome to today's episode of Pop the Balloon or Find the Connection. Let's meet our first contender, ladies. Okay, Joey, so do you have any toxic traits?
I'm very restrictive. I don't give more time. What you get is what you get. I don't like to give unlimited time. That's it.
Okay, can you tell us why you popped your balloon?
That's a little too restricted for me.
Thank you for coming. Okay, ladies, so let's meet our second contender.
Sorry, excuse me. Why did you pop a balloon? I could give you minutes data, unlimited call, overseas call, fiber. What else you need?
My friend used to date you. You are a scam. She used to be for everything and more. Nothing to offer.
Okay, ladies, let's welcome our last contender. You look nice. Can you tell us your name?
Thank you. My name is Christian Charles Thomas. They call me C Sweetie.
What do you have to offer these ladies?
Well, security, trust, unlimited time, and a pretty fast.
Okay, so do you have any deal breakers?
Nah, but here's my number. 444-4444. Y tú, vida ilimitada.
Okay, guys, so no pop balloons.
For a fast, reliable, and secure connection for your personal or business life, call us at 444-4444 or visit any of our CCT stores and we'll get you connected with the perfect match for you.
Welcome back, everyone, and thank you all so much for sticking with us. After months of intense competition, the stage is set for the 2024-2025 BDO Primary Schools League Finals across the Under 7 and Under 9 and Under 12 divisions. Our Kamal Haynes has more on this report.
The championship matches will take place this Sunday, February 23rd at the Greenland Football Field, with the action kicking off at 2:30 p.m. for the third place matches, followed by the finals at 3:30 p.m. Matchups for the championship in the Under 7 final include Enid Scatliff versus Cedar International, in the Under 9 final, Brigada Flats versus Robinson O'Neill, and in the Under 12 final, St. George's versus Robinson O'Neill. Well, each team fought hard in the semi-finals to earn their spot in the championship games. In the Under 12 semis, St. George's secured their place in the final with a 3-1 victory over Siboney, powered by goals from Tristan De Aguirre, Tamnav Miralidaran, and Christian Campbell.
Touch it, baby, touch it, nice. Look up, look up. Turn around. Nice. Tough luck.
Robinson O'Neill's semi-final clash against Ivan Dawson was a nail-biter, ending in a 1-0 win thanks to a lone goal from Joseph Prokop. In the under-9 division, Brigada Flats edged past Siboney in a dramatic penalty shootout, winning 2-1 after regulation time ended in a draw.
Let's go, you got it. Nice. Touch it. Nice. Keep your eyes on the ball. Go ahead. Your ball.
In the second under-9 semi-finals, Robinson O'Neill's path to the final was more comfortable as they dominated Cedar 3-0 with a brace from Darryl George Jr. and a goal from Nathan Daniel.
Hey guys, you see the center. Come back. Center. Good job. Diana, come. Stay on the pitch. That's it. Let's go forward. Come on. One step.
Meanwhile, in the under-7 division, both semi-final matches were decided by penalties after ending 1-1 in regulation time. Enid Scatliff outlasted Pelican Gate 2-1, while Cedar International edged past St. George's 3-2 to set up their final showdown. But who will lift the trophies? All will be decided on Sunday at the Greenland football field at 2:30 p.m. Reporting for 284 News, I am Kamal Haynes.
Premier David BURT and his Progressive Labour Party has secured a historic third consecutive victory in the Bermuda's general election on Tuesday, solidifying their dominance and, despite the opposition, One Bermuda Alliance making gains in Parliament. The PLP, which led 30 seats following the last general election, won 25 seats this time, while the OBA increased its presence from 6 to 11 seats, according to the preliminary results released by the Parliamentary Registry Office. In his victory speech early Wednesday, Premier BURT celebrated the win but emphasized that the hard work is far from over, stating, and I quote, "This victory is not about one leader or one party. It is about all of us and the future that the people of Bermuda have made clear that they want to build together," BURT told supporters. Additionally, BURT, who called the election 10 months ahead of the constitutional deadline, acknowledged the importance of governing for all Bermudans, regardless of political affiliation, stating, and I quote, "While there will be celebrations, the work continues on Wednesday, and that work is not just for those who supported us, but for every Bermudan, because we as a people have pledged in our election campaign, we will govern for all." While the PLP's 3-repeat victory confirms its continued stronghold over Bermuda's political landscape, the OBA's seat gains indicate a shift in the opposition's strength. Viewers, that is it for today's news roundup. Be sure to follow us for your daily news updates at 284 Media and 284 BVI on Instagram and X, formerly Twitter, as well as to follow us on our WhatsApp channels. I'm Ron Grant. Have a safe and enjoyable evening. A happy Thursday is wished to all. Goodbye.